Welcome to an audio experience that will pique your curiosity and soothe your soul. Join Dr. Dee Evans, your host, as she creates a space for women from all walks of life to reflect upon their life experiences with topics that range from love, spirituality, and pop culture. These discussions will engage and support you on your journey of wholeness and freedom. Welcome to the Hey Sis podcast.
What's up, everybody? This is the Hey Sis podcast. So glad you're listening. This episode I'm going to try not to crack a joke, but I don't know how not to do that. Y'all keep messaging me, talking about I'm a comedian. Listen, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just being real. This is a serious topic, okay? Serious. We're having a chat, sis. We're having a chat about attention-seeking behavior. We all got that one friend that does a little too much, okay? We all see that person at church that we know, baby, you in the flesh. You flowing in the flesh, not in the spirit. We all know that person at work that tries to be the organizational police, okay? In church, I call individuals who demean others to get attention the oil police. I'm like, here we go. Oil police on the rescue, like Paw Patrol. Here you go. Okay, so attention-seeking behavior is really an issue, like it's legit connected to a whole disorder. But I don't want to talk about it from a clinical perspective. I just want to keep it at a surface level of let's do some self-evaluation. And then maybe in your friend groups to where you have a friend that you know really does team too much with the seeking attention, maybe you can open up and create space to have a conversation so that they can stop embarrassing themselves and be healed, right? So attention-seeking behaviors start with needing attention, wanting external validation. While everybody on God's green earth needs affirmation, belonging, social reassurance, right? Attention-seeking is ego-driven, right? It can also be an indicator of deeper emotional issues that stem beyond low self-esteem. It's one thing to want attention. It's another thing to look at a person and go, you don't deserve the attention that you're getting, which can lead to envy. And you already know how I feel about envy. It leads to murder. So from a Christian perspective, as a Christian woman, attention seeking is pride, but it literally sucks intimacy from the marrow of your bones. When you operate in this pride and this vanity to where you think you deserve all this attention, you don't leave room for the Lord. You think you're more important than him. You're so focused on how you look and how people perceive you that you stop gazing at Jesus. Your attention is diverted elsewhere. So I do think there's a lot of drivers for attention-seeking behavior. One of them being boredom. Because if you're busy, how you got time to be doing all this? But I think it's lack of community can be a driver for attention-seeking behavior, lack of boundaries. We already went through the other two, envy, low self-esteem, and also sinister motives. But the spiritual implications, I just want to emphasize, attention-seeking is so powerful that it can make a person disregard their relationship with God completely because it changes your gaze. Attention-seeking seeks the praise of others to feel valuable, but you're supposed to know that you are the workmanship of God. Right? You're supposed to be in his presence so that he can tell you who you are, not looking for other people to affirm who you are. Since when is God's affirmation over you not enough? Why do you need to hear 50 people tell you that you cute? And here's the crazy thing about attention-seeking behavior. It's insatiable because it's never going to be enough. With individuals that really operate or that practice attention-seeking behaviors, it's never enough. And it's a place of torment, honestly. I've also seen individuals who have endured traumatic experiences resort to attention-seeking behaviors when they're with high-achieving women. Again, like I said, we all got that friend that does team too much. You can see they get a little too happy, do a little bit too much drinking, say stupid stuff when you're around, especially if you're like anointed or high achieving, to take the attention off of you or to turn people's gaze so they can feel worthy enough. right? It's annoying, but remember, it's not about you. If you are the high achieving woman, if you are the anointed one, the Joseph, whatever you want to call yourself, and you have noticed that some of your friends resort to trying to dim your light so they can shine and feel great about themselves, first of all, go ahead and cut that relationship for real. I'm not trying to be funny, but I'm sure you have memories with them. We played in the sandbox together, but until they get healed, you're not going to be safe. Oh my God, that was so cutthroat, but I mean it. That's why I said, hopefully through this podcast episode, you're able to sit down and have some conversations with them. If they love you enough, if they're open enough to hear what you have to say. But you're not safe in a friendship or a relationship with a person who operates in attention-seeking behaviors to the point it's detrimental to their emotional health and the reputation of others. If you've ever dated a narcissist, oh my God. Them suckers love attention seeking, and it's embarrassing for them. And then you embarrassed just because, right? It's something you can't pray away. Can I say that one more time? Attention seeking behaviors into something you can just pray away. You need to seek help because there's a root there. We can go through deliverance ministry, but when we come out of speaking in tongues and falling out, you're going to have some parameters. You're going to have to learn boundaries. You're going to have to revisit the past trauma. You're going to have to do some decrees over your life so you can reorient your mind and tame your flesh, right? People who crave attention to the extreme are consumed with looking good for people and not God. And all this world offers is physical pleasure, child. And it ain't enough. Okay, so let me kind of dial back here. I want to give you some examples of what attention-seeking behavior may look like in adults and honestly children for those mamas. We know, I've taught before in school, you know the kids that are just acting out because they have a really complicated home life, right? So we know trauma can produce attention-seeking behaviors. When a child just wants attention, they'll do good and bad things to get it. And believe it or not, adults are just grown children. And some people like attention, whether it's good or bad, because they want all eyes on them, right? You can watch a few hours of reality television and see, okay, all attention isn't good attention, but because you're so bound by vanity and pride, you don't care how we view you. You just want us to look at you. Crazy, right? Look at OnlyFans. Ooh, some of them are not driven by money. They're driven by the need to be seen. Anyway, and I'm not saying everybody that uploads on OnlyFans is attention seeking, because I don't know. I thought they did other things on OnlyFans, like cook. Someone told me somebody had a cooking show on OnlyFans, and I don't know what they cooking. You know what? I'm gonna leave this alone because I'm trying to really be clean on this podcast. Hallelujah. All right. I don't know what else they doing on OnlyFans, but somebody said they was cooking food now. I don't know. I don't like cross-contamination. That's all I say. Please get your kids out the car if they are listening to this while I'm talking. All right. Thank you. Anyway, attention-seeking behavior in adults and children could look like seeking conflict in a group. Listen, you know them people that love to argue just because they like attention, because they want us to hear them use big words. I can't stand it. Also, attention-seeking behavior can look like causing panic in a meeting, like inciting hysteria. What if this? Oh my God. And listen, the way I will tune you out in a minute if I hear a hint of hysteria and hollering and crying, you go sit in a padded cell and leave me alone. Okay. Please don't record that little part, and don't email me about that either. I meant everything I said. Okay, so attention-seeking behavior can also look like posting luxurious vacation photos on social media to see how many likes you can get. Now that goes both ways, because I travel a lot, but I don't post half the pictures because I don't want it to look like attention seeking, because I don't care if y'all look at me or not. I'm still going to be cute, right? And then there's moments where you're like, well, I am cute. look at me. I don't think it's demonic. I don't think like something's wrong with knowing you cute and posting a picture and leaving it there. It becomes excessive when the need to be seen, you crave it to the extent that you'll almost wreck your reputation or harm someone else. That covetousness, you compare yourself. Attention seeking isn't a sin. It isn't a demonic stronghold until it's something you're led by. Something you wake up in the morning thinking about, your behavior is driven by it. That's when it becomes a stronghold. Let me be clear. Posting a cute picture on the beach, y'all gonna get a few of them this year. Okay? Period. And whether I get 1 like or 100 or something likes, don't matter to me. I'm just posting because I know I'm cute to my own social media. Does that make sense? I'm not doing it for validation. If I didn't think I was cute, I wouldn't post it. That's normal. People do that every day on social media. I want to see your cute photos. I'ma like it if it's cute, period. Okay? I didn't mean to say it like that. Like, I'ma like it if it's cute, because I'm going to leave that alone. So, in my opinion, right, when it comes to attention seeking, let's say I got a man or whatever. I don't want a man that don't think I'm cute, and I don't want a man that doesn't pay attention to me. So there may be attention-seeking behavior from me within the confines of my relationship, not to the extent that it's detrimental to us or that I'm putting our relationship in harm's way to get attention, but it could be a cute micro expression. I could make a joke. I'm the type of person, I'm so open, like I'll ask for a compliment. When I'm dating somebody, did you notice my hair was cute, or you just not gonna say nothing? Period. Like, I can't wait for you to notice me. If I feel like you didn't pick up on the fact that I put on this red lip for you and you ain't say nothing, I'm gonna go ahead and ask you, did you notice my lips or nah? I'm waiting for a compliment and go. That's just how my mind works. And is that attention-seeking behavior? It would qualify. But is it to the extent that it is a stronghold? No. I think everybody operates in a mild form of attention-seeking behavior in sacred spaces. But what I'm speaking about is when that thing goes overboard. Like when you start... Let me tell you the worst form of attention-seeking behavior that let me tell you something. This drives me up the wall. When people interrupt me when I'm talking. Oh, Lord. Or when I see others interrupt another person in a conversation because they think what they have to say is more valuable. And they love hollering as ADHD. It's not that. It's that you think your opinion is worth more than what that person is saying. Shut up and be respectful until a person finishes their sentence. It's always this idea of, oh, I'm sorry, it's how my brain works. If I don't say it, then I'll forget. Well, then just forget then. What happened to conversations being sacred? Wait till people finish talking before you express your opinion. Hold that thought. It's okay. You won't die. You don't need to interject. That's a form of disrespect, and it's also a form of attention seeking. That's one of the ways I can tell if a person really operates in attention seeking behavior. The constant need to interrupt, like you have the authority on everything everybody's talking about. Shut up and listen. It's okay to not be seen and heard all the time. But again, trauma, comparison, envy, covetousness, vanity, it makes you do strange things. And those little sins, big sins, however you want to put that, they come to embarrass the person they are oppressing. Because other people, you don't even have to have discerning of spirits to see people are attention seeking. Listen, if you're not saved, you can look at Kim Kardashian right now and say, baby girl's attention seeking. I mean, the whole sex tape screams it, right? I don't even think she would deny it if someone asked her that, because that's her brand. That's who she is. That's who she is. She's built literally an empire around it. There are people that attention seek just like her, the same tactics. They just don't have millions of people watching them. Right? So, some more examples of attention-seeking behavior that I think we all can be mindful of, like I said, outside of sacred spaces. I'm real quick. Let me give you an example. This is TMI, because I can't be oversharing with these people. I just did a podcast on it. Joking, okay? So, this guy, I don't want to tell too much. Let me pull this story together. Okay, so a man... guy, he cute too. He's when I say he's cute, he's like manly. I feel like dogs are cute, so I'm trying to do better with my verbiage concerning like a man. Like if he fine, but I feel like I sound like a girl from Love and Hip Hop when I say that he fine. Like you gonna have another word, D? Anyway, he's a nice looking gentleman. See how I cleared that up? Nice looking man. I done said that 10 times. Oh, I know y'all gonna eat me up for that. Gave me a little compliment or whatever. And it was in the context of him, I think, attempting to solicit some time with me. Ooh, solicit sounds like prostitution, child. He wasn't trying to do that. He did ask me out on a particular date. And thank God I said no. But we'll get back to that in another podcast episode. But he was kind of putting on Mac sauce with me. And I ate it up a little bit. Oh my God. I can't believe I'm telling y'all this, but I did. I ate up just a little bit. Just a little bit. And as I'm listening to this man tell me how cute I am, I'm like, agreed, right? I keep thinking about in the back of my mind, because I do this podcast and I'm like making sure I want to talk about topics that are actually intriguing or that I feel like I face in my own life. I'm sitting there thinking about, okay, am I attention seeking or am I just receiving the attention? Which one am I operating in right now, Lord? But I want to say it feels good to be seen. So I'm not negating the beauty and the belonging you feel when someone sees you. It's a feeling that it can become insatiable if you don't know who you are, or if you have insecurities. If you're worried about how big your lips are and someone says you have beautiful lips, baby, your whole life will shift in a moment. Oh my God, they said my lips was cute. Like, it happens. That's why in safe spaces, in community, we build each other up. We encourage. Like, sis, you cute, you bad, you got it, okay? So I am not trying to stigmatize the need for encouragement and the need for having confidence in who you are, and then wanted to shed light about said confidence, okay? I buy makeup so that y'all can look at me. Let's call a spade, okay? I buy clothes not for me to look at myself, because real talk, I'm not really a clothes person in my house. But the clothes I buy are an expression of who I am as an artist, I feel like, but also that for other people. Okay. I want you to see me the way I see myself, my artistic expression. That's why you see hair, makeup, the colors. It's all me. Okay. It's not just for my viewing pleasure. Does that make sense? It's for, we put on clothes, style, fashion, because we want to be perceived a way. That's not bad. That's not some type of lethal form of attention seeking. So I just want to be clear concerning that. Like, all attention seeking behavior is not going to put you in a straitjacket. But fishing for compliments, that's weird, man. Don't you think I look cute today? First of all, we're talking about handing out bulletins for church service, and you want us to acknowledge the fact that you drew your eyebrows on correct one time. It's a lot going on. Exaggerating a story, embellishing, over dramatizing things. That's a form of attention seeking. It can indicate an unhealthy desire for external validation and attention. We've already talked about purposely being argumentative. That's for adults and children. Seeking sympathy. Ooh. People love being on the worry me train with that. But also, attention seekers gain sympathy by complaining about things large and small. I had a girl at my job. When I tell you she could make a career out of attention seeking, I mean, the way she talked for 5 hours about how there was no more cookies in the vending machine, I want to go to Walgreens to buy her all the cookies she wanted so she could shut up. But it wasn't about the cookies. It was about, finally, I have something that I want people to hear me talk about because I'm not heard at home. And I'm like, please, Lord, give her a husband that wants to listen to her because we are tired of hearing her speak. Amen. So another form of attention-seeking behavior is like constantly taking over the conversation. I talked about that. And also being opportunistic at the expense of others, right? Opportunistic people are dangerous. They are dangerous people. They are dangerous. Woo, woo. They are dedicated to making sure the light stays on them. And some of the people that are opportunistic will do it at any cost. Again, it's all about what's underneath there. A lot of people have checkered pasts. And so in our social circles that we all are in, it's important that we protect our own heart, protect our own space from individuals who are volatile in that area. I'm very protective over my spaces. And I think last year we talked a lot about sacred spaces on this podcast and making sure that you protect what's sacred. Your house, your car, your money, your bedroom, that you have a space that's holy, dedicated to recalibrating. And when you let attention seekers in, it wrecks the flow. It wrecks the atmosphere. And also, if you feel like you've participated in these behaviors, I want to let you know everybody listening to this podcast has. Sometimes you catch yourself and sometimes you don't. That there might be a season in your life where you feel completely forgotten. Like you feel like you're washed, like no one sees you, like, oh my God, I feel like I don't belong. And it may cause you to, overtalk people. It may cause you to post a little bit too many pictures looking crazy. It may cause you to exaggerate or embellish. It may cause you to be purposely argumentative. It may cause you to seek sympathy. It may cause you to be opportunistic. Listen, no judgment, no shade. If you realize, dang, I do that a lot, this is the perfect place to be like, okay, maybe it's time I take another step and go to therapy. If you haven't noticed, for those of you who have been listening to the Hey Sis podcast, I retired my life coaching business because I don't have emotional bandwidth and other reasons, which I'll get into another podcast episode. But I noticed when life coaching women that were victims of narcissistic abuse and emotional abuse or verbal abuse, they operate in a level of insecurity, like having low self-esteem as well, that can literally metastasize in attention-seeking behavior. And it's toxic for anyone they're in community with. And it's given me compassion for victims of emotional and mental and verbal abuse because it's really a hurt little girl screaming, "See me," on the inside. It's annoying to the people around the person. But I have a lot of compassion for individuals who have toxic pasts, who still haven't healed the little girl in them. The little girl is screaming, "See me." So the little girl is screaming, "See me," through the Facebook posts, through the envy, through the covetousness, through cheating on their homegirl with the homegirl's, boyfriend, or cheating on the homegirl with the homegirl's, how you say that? Messing with somebody, man. Okay. Thank you, Lord. All that stuff, it's a cry for help. And unfortunately, the only person that can help is Jesus. And then there's a person called a therapist, a psychiatrist, that can give you the steps that you need to create a life that you don't want to escape from. A life that you don't need to be like, oh, this isn't enough. They have more. No, I love my life and everything in it. Glory be to God. So there are a lot of disorders that are directly correlated to excessive attention seeking, like histrionic personality disorder, narcissistic personality disorder, borderline personality disorder. Also, like I said, it's connected to loneliness, anxiety, jealousy, fixation on like drama, unresolved trauma, ADHD, bipolar. Like I said, it's a long list of things that attention seeking is connected to. But most of the time, we just gotta really take the time to heal from the broken places so that when we emerge into the world, we present ourselves as the healed woman. The little girl is fragile. She can't be outside with everybody. But healing that little girl on the inside and taking responsibility for actions and also releasing yourself from responsibilities that, shouldn't be anywhere near your mind. That's important to really living a life that, I'll say it again, that you don't want to escape from. So I'm with you. Like I said, I'm an attention seeker with my husband. Period. I want you to look at me. Hey, but not on no excessive mess. I want to enjoy being seen, being loved. That's normal, y'all. I'm not trying to demonize that. When attention seeking becomes excessive, it doesn't just annoy people. It distorts your view and image of God. So if that's you, I hope this episode just drives you to a place of accountability. And maybe you can seek some accountability to heal. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong at all with needing help with healing. Reframe your attention seeking to connection seeking. Many attention seeking behaviors can be cries for comfort and security. Okay? And communicate honestly. Stop trying to make up a story. If you're not feeling it, just say you don't. If you're lonely, just say you're lonely, right? I believe that helps a lot. So I hope I at least gave you some list of red flags that can assist you as you walk through this journey of life. I love y'all. Email me and thank you for listening to this podcast episode. Until the next time, I love y'all for real.
Thank you for listening to the Hey Sis podcast. Continue the conversation by visiting www.thedevons.com and follow us for more updates.